Hey, it's S from HF Digital Studio, and today I'm going to show you a tutorial on how to use your daily gratitude journal. I'm currently using GoodNotes 5. You may have a different version of GoodNotes that might look similar, but just has maybe the toolbar may be a little bit different, but it pretty much functions the same way. So I am going to go ahead and jump into the planner. This is your cover page. It is the only page in your journal that is not hyperlinked. You can see a little preview of the tabs here, but they are not hyperlinked. So I'm going to go ahead and slide through. This is your first page. It has a little blurb about me, and I will probably link the tutorial somewhere around here. So if you just slide your planner open to the first page, it'll be there. The second page has there's an offer here if you'd like to pair your gratitude journal with a regular daily journal. There's a coupon code here for you if you just click the link and put the code in at checkout. So I'm gonna jump ahead to today, which is March 29th. So I would just tap here. Oh, and I wanted to say also too, this is the pin mode for me. If you're using GoodNotes 6, it will be, it'll look like a page. I have an image of GoodNotes 6. I toggle back and forth between the two so I can show that to you as well. But let's go to March 29th. And I'm just going to show you how to put together a page really quickly. So if you want, you can write in your journal using text. You can, let me say, if you want to write in your journal, you would use the pen tool. If you were going to type in your journal, you could use text. So let me go ahead and put the page together. I have some images prepared that I'd like to show you. So I have these just saved as stickers, but you can choose from your camera roll. Also, if you want to choose an image from your camera roll, you would just tap here on the, looks like a little, a scene. So I'm going to add that one, and I'm going to put this one here. And let's see, this one, I'm going to drag it here. If you've used some of your elements, this is the element tool. If you use some of your elements recently, they will appear here. But if you don't see them, you can also just, if you're on the element tool, you can just tap and they will appear there as well. So now I'm going to just add in some text, and I will use that. Let's see if it'll let me paste. I've switched, okay, good. I've switched back and forth between both. Let me just use my fingers. I was trying to not put fingerprints on the screen, but okay, so that's just how you add in text there. That one was already prepared for you, so I'm just going to show you now how to, obviously if you just tap and you can say, okay, you can just add your text in there. You can put it wherever you want, but you can also dictate what you'd like to say. I had such a great day, and I picked beautiful wildflowers in the field. Okay, so then you move that here, and then you just adjust the length by sliding it over here, and you can adjust your text where you want it to go. Now, this will depend on what text you're using, the size you're using, and how you have it formatted. I'm currently using the Good Intentions font that I created. You can find that on my website. If you are interested in picking that up, it pairs great with your journal. So that's how you put your text in. You can manually put it in, you can copy and paste. If there's something that you want to create a sticker for, you can do that if it's something that you use often. So let's say, for instance, like I generally put in the year, because I start my journals normally just anywhere in the year, anywhere in the month. I usually do not start on January 1st. I wish that I was on top of it like that, but I usually am not. So I just put the, I've made a sticker here and I'll show you how you do that. It's super simple. You can take anything that you've written, or you can take an image and you just want to use the select tool there. I'm going to lasso it, tap it, and I'm going to tap add element. You can add it to a collection that you already have, or you can create a new collection. If you were going to create a new collection, you would just tap there, and then you would just here, just, this is another way you can use text. You can just write in what you want, and it will convert your handwriting to text. So I'm not going to create this, but if I were, I would just tap create there, but I don't need that. So let me just show you on this page too, how you would do that. So you would just write something and it will convert your handwriting to text there. So that's an option for that. And if you were going to just write on the page, you use the pen tool and just write something. Okay, so super simple. Now I'm going to jump to, well, let me just say, let me go back to the month. You can tap on any day here. These are all hyperlinked. So any day of the month that it is, you can tap on those. In fact, let me just show you really quickly the toolbar, what it looks like in GoodNotes 6, in case you haven't used GoodNotes before. So this is what the toolbar looks like here. So all the functions that I just showed you are here as well. This one here is your text tool, which looks, you know, it looks almost the same. This is for your images if you want to insert an image. This one here is for your stickers. And this is what you would press if you wanted to be able to tap in between your pages using a hyperlink. So it's equivalent to this one right here. So when I take this off, then I have the toolbar there. That's how it is right now. It would be, this is the equivalent using text for GoodNotes 5. And then if you wanted to take it off, you would just press this right here, which is read only. It has a little eye icon right there to show you that you would be reading only. So, okay, now I'm going to go to your notes pages. And so this little flower icon here is for your notes. And just be aware that your notes pages is in the back of your notebook. Even though it looks like it might be in the front, it's actually in the back. Aesthetically, it just looked better to have that tab here. But let's say it's behind December. So let me show you. So if I were to just slide over, I'd be at December 31st. And the reason that I know what the date is because on your planner, all of your gratitude pages are going to have the month highlighted here for you, depending on whatever month it is, but it's going to be yellow. And then the text, the date, I'm not sure if it'll pick up on camera or not, but the date will be right here at the bottom. You can see it there. So that's there, and then it's highlighted here with the month. So if I were to go to any date, let's go to April 10th. It's going to show you here that it's April because it's yellow, and it is the 10th, which shows you there. Now, you may not, that may or may not even matter to you, but if you were to look at your gratitude pages from your thumbnail image and you're just scrolling through and you say, oh, hey, I want to see, you know, something on this page right here. And you might not know what month you're in. I mean, maybe if you scrolled up, you could see that. But if you're just, let's say you're here and you don't know what month that is, you just stopped and you just tapped on it, you would know that you are at May 10th because it is highlighted in yellow here for you. And the day is down here. Okay, so let's go back to your notes pages. And so you have blank notes, you have dot grid notes, and you have line notes. Now, if you wanted to use your notes in between your journal pages, then I would suggest not moving the page that is hyperlinked. So what I mean by that is each time you press on this, there's a landing page. So let's, I'm just going to just do a little mark on here. So each one of these has a landing page. It's only hyperlinked to one of your note pages, and that's it. So if you were to go, let's say, now let me look at, okay, so let me show you what I mean. So if you wanted to slide your pages in between, like let's say you wanted to take this page here and you wanted to slide it in between here, it's going to be in between, let's see, that would be in between December 29th and December 30th. So now if I were to go back to my notes and I went to blank notes, it'll take me to that page, but I'm no longer in my notes section. I am wherever I moved that slide to. So your first page of your notes, you always want to leave those where they are. And I'm saying first page because that's how it's hyperlinked right now. But if you happen to move the notes pages around, then it's going to be just whatever that landing page is. I like to call it sort of an anchor page. You want to keep that one anchored in your notes section. So I'm going to move that back right here. And instead, I would just move another page in between the pages. So now when I go to blank notes and I slide forward and back, my notes are in the right page. I mean, they're in the right section. And if you wanted to create an additional note, you just tap the plus sign and you can add a page using the current template before or after the current page that you're on. So I'm going to say after, I'm just going to add a page there. Now, let's say you happen to write on your anchored landing page. So let's go back to your notes. So I'm going to tap on blank notes again, and it takes me here again. And so if I wanted to, I could either, there are two ways you can do this. You can either lasso it by using the select tool, and then you just tap, and you can copy it and you can paste it onto onto another page, or even easier, you can just go to your thumbnail view. You go to the page that you want to duplicate. Duplicate is different than adding a page. So if you duplicate, it's copying the entire page. So any images, writing that you have on there, it's going to duplicate it as well. So you see it's duplicated here. So if I wanted to just slide that up here now, I could do that. And this page stays intact. So you can, of course, write on this page. I just would say, just to keep things organized, just keep those pages in your notes section and then just add more pages as needed. You can also add a page from here as well. So I think that is pretty much it. If you have any questions, you can drop me a line in the comments and I'll get back to you. Also, let me address this too. So GoodNote 6, for me, I don't use GoodNote 6 because it tends to lag a lot with my planners and my journals. It doesn't matter what size they are, they just tend to lag. So I prefer to use GoodNotes 5. I'll toggle back and forth sometimes because GoodNote 6, if it worked as it's supposed to, it would actually it has a few features on there that I really like, but it pixelates and it lags. So if you find that you're like dragging through your pages, or you are clicking a link and it's taking a long time, or it looks pixelated, then it's not the journal, that's actually GoodNotes. So just something to know. And like I said, it's a legacy version that you may or may not have an option to use. So if that is happening, you can use another app. For me, I think a good alternative to GoodNotes is Noteful. And so in here, it's kind of the same thing with, it's very similar to GoodNotes. This hand is the equivalent to, that's equivalent to the like the pen icon or the read only mode, where you can jump to any page. But with Noteful, you do have to press and hold. I always forget to do that. So if you just try to tap, it's not going to jump to your hyperlink. You have to press and hold. And then if you want to use the pen tool, that's here. You have your eraser, highlighter, tape, your lasso. So it's pretty much the same thing. And I think this is a sticker tool here as well. So you can use whichever app you like. If you have any questions and you're on an iPad, I more than likely can help you. But if you're using a tab, like just a regular Android tablet, unfortunately I don't know how to use those. So you might have to look up, ask ChatGPT or something how to maneuver that. But yeah, so that's it. If you have any questions, leave a comment below, and that's all for now. Ciao.